Alright, folks, welcome back. It is day 18. 皆さん、おかえりなさい。今日は18日目です。Right. I'm back from the round trip airport. This is an expected late start. Not too bad, not too bad. We're gonna try to stay vigilant, keep our WaniKani and our Hansa hero going today. Let's see. We have 53 reviews, and I think we're gonna have one or two vocabulary words, considering what we have here. I think the beginning of each WaniKani session will probably end up going over things that were slow from last time. And I think I had one thing, so until this starts racking up, we won't dedicate a specific spot to it, right? I believe the one that was slow yesterday was Boon and Mon for sentence or writing. Yeah. All right, let's hop right in. No time like the present. Be a little bit more expedient today, right? I got 53. All right, let's get to it. So we've gotten used to segregating onyomi from kunyomi from the list set, right? I think this one is an exception because it is a number, right? Pass. Sort of pass. Chi? Inu? Pass. Whoops. Meh. Pass. Oops. Pass. Pass. This is a pass and a rendaku. Pass. This is red, right? So make sure I don't accidentally typo. On the third day, me drive me to the car. Drive me to work, wherever that is. Me. Oh, pass. Pass. Car on fire. Ka. Joel. Oh. Sword. This one's the sword. Okay. How does this? Oh, the tweet. Oh, whoops. Pass first. Then dead room, right? Did it pass? Oh, sa. He pass. Uh guess saw a tree down for books. Getsugatsu. Hone for honing skills. Pass. 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 Yeah, still pass. Pass. Not sort of pass. Not really. This is the doggo. Coconuts day? Coconut. Or not day, but coconuts. Is this the... No, this is sun. Fuji-san. Se and sho. Correct. Pass. 8th day. Yoka. Oops. Chew for Chewbacca. Yoka. Yogurt. You. Use. Sheep. Sheep. And oh. Yen. Okay. Heat. For heat. And what happened on the second day? Futsu. The foot's car. Yabba dabba doo. Is this a pass? Yes, pass. Pass. Right. Pass? End sentence. Talent comes with age. Pass. 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 Bun. This was the one that we got stuck on a little bit. Wrong with day here. Cho. This is Cho. Ball. Tama. Tamara. Pass. Bye. Pass. No ka. No ka. 6 moves. Oh, Moika. Oh no, this is Muy Bien car. Oh no. Muy Bien. I should have slowed down there for a little bit. That's okay. It's bound to happen. I was trying to be a little quick there. Needed to slow down. Where are we at? Stand Ritsu. Recognized it a little too late. Just a little too late. As Coconuts Day. As Sweet. Swing. Wait for wait. Oh, Onyomi. Oh, right. What you call it? Joe. Gotta be careful of that, I suppose. Onyomi as opposed to kunyomi. Okay. Okay. This is the Power Rangers, right? Okay. This was a sticker point too, so we gotta make sure about that. Rock and roll. Hit television. Pass. Oh. Yeah, muy bien. Muy bien, car. Pass. Pass. Those were 9. Cucumber? Is this a cucumber moment? Cucumber and cookies? Oh, maybe not. I think that was just a pass from the cucumbers and cookies. Okay. This is the 6 moves. So Rendaku for Kuchi and E for pass. For like, what is this? The whale's mouth is the exit. Right side of the normal. U again for use. Pass. Haku. White iPhone. And oops. Evan. Pass. And 10 for 10%. Maru. Pass. Pass. This is the moo thing. Mutsu. Pass. Ta for taco field. Polka. Polka. Oh. The vocab. Oh, right. My bad. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, we have 15 lessons. We gotta book it. Alright, so I made one error, but that was more of a speed error, right? Yeah, that's more of a speed error. It's fine. So we got vocab. Yeah, this was a speed error. Muy bien car. We'll write that later. Okay, so let's start on our lessons. How far are we? 14 minutes? Alright. Girl. Okay. Onnanoko. So I guess we have to get a woman, child. You say girl, yeah. Onnanoko is a relatively formal word commonly used in context while classifying a classification or categorization by gender is used, such as in sports. Okay. Onnanoko. Okay. Oh wait, no, not onnanoko. I'm not using no phrase, but yes. So joshi. Okay, joshi.
Joshi.
Joshi. Okay. Or joshi, yes. Joshi or joshi. Okay, jukoko, so that's onyomi, yeah. Okay. 晚上好，Jiao. Can't read that. 帽子 oh 帽子很帅 Thanks. 谢谢 it's my hat phase again. My hair is getting long, so after I take a shower, I wear a cap for a day and to keep the hair down. So let's see. Joshi. Oh, Onyomi. So what's the mnemonic for Joshi? Wait. You're just gonna... Oh, wait. Oh. You don't need a mnemonic. It's Jo and Shi. It's two Onyomis. We should know Joshi. So self-explanatory. So this is a pass. We need to remember it's a pass. I don't know if I'm gonna read most of these today, seeing that we don't have that much time. Ladies' room. How did they do ladies' room? Oh, Joshi toire. Joshi toire. Desho. Oh, sochi. Yeah, sochi wa Joshi toire desho. Joshi puroresu. Oh, puroresu. Oh, as in like wrestling. Desu no. What the heck? Chiketto. Presento shita. Oh, I gave it. Okay, fair enough. Yoshi. Bareeball. Bareeball no team. Captain. Oh my gosh. Captain deshita. So much ego. All right. What's our next one? Sword. Okay. Right. Katana. The other meaning, yes. Sword. They share meaning. That's great. Oh, and it's katana. Okay. Katana. Whichever accent you go with. Katana. Okay. So katana is made of single kanji, right? So it uses kunyomi, with the exception of numbers and etc. I'm hoping you already know this word. That will be, yeah, katana. I might as well just start calling it katana. They accept, right? Yeah, they accept the other meaning. So I usually refer whenever I'm talking about swords in Japanese, I usually refer to it as a katana. Let's see. Katana o nuku. Interesting. Nuku. To draw? Like to unsheath? To carry. Motsu. Yes, motsu. Brandish. Furimawasu. Interesting. Ikinari. Oh, what is ikinari? Out of the blue? Oh, suddenly, like out of the blue. Ikinari. Samurai ga katana o aketa? 日本で刀を買いたいんです。Okay, wanna buy. That's not in kanji. この小さい刀可愛くない。可愛くない. Conjugation of the adjective. All right. So we got sword, and then now we got dirt to dirt. Okay, that's a pass. Soil, earth. Okay, we'll take all of them. All right, fair enough. That means they share a meaning. 土
土
土 Oh man. This is like chi. 土 Okay, chi. So since this is made of kanji, so we got kunyomi. You look through the soil. You're trying to find something. As you dig and sift, you come across not one, but two chi. Two cheeses. Two cheeses. Pull them out of the ground and put them in your mouth. How do the two cheeses taste and compare? Well, one tastes like dirt, and the other one kind of tastes like dirt too. Oh, that's gonna be a little tough. Cheeses. Two cheeses. Alright. So, dirt cheese. What do you usually find? What do you typically don't find in the dirt? Apparently two cheeses. So,
土
chi,
土
chi. Okay, chi no bera. Wait, or what the heck? Wait. Guraundo. Really? For playing field, guraundo. For the ground. That's funny. It's like ground of ground. Lump of earth. Oh. Katamari. Okay, katamari. Smell. Nioi. Huh. そのトマト、土がついてるよ。Has on it? I'm not familiar with this one either. これは富士山の土なんだよ。Mogu. Really? Mogura. What? Mogura. Mogura ga mole is Moguru? Mogura? Mogura ga土にinto the ground. Hai? Eita? Interesting. Okay. Ask kanji. Alright, and then I wonder if this is an exception to the kunyomi thing. Yes, because it's kind of a number. It's a unit, like it's a massive number, so sen. So we just go with sen. So we know the onyomi, we got the pass on the onyomi.
千
千
Okay, I'm getting all the like exceptions and kunyomi and unyomi things down. It's coming along. Dollar n. There's our n added to it. Poundo. Oh, pondo. Pondo. That's a ego. Furansujin. Ego. Okay. We're fine with that. And then we have isen. Ne? If you have 1,000, you have 1,000. Right on, Ko. And simply saying sen is the most common way, yeah. But sometimes you might use 1,000 to emphasize or clarify the exact number. Alright, fair enough. So, isen.
一千
Isen.
一千
Yeah, and then it's a yuko word, so you would use kunyomi. So the kunyomi for the, or actually, no, that's using onyomi. The juko words are onyomi, so we already know Sort of, technically, but this is I guess, what would this qualify as? Does it qualify as a rendaku? Probably not. If you know the reading of your kanji, you'll know how to read this. The only thing that's a bit weird is the reading of the E. Yeah, it's a short E. The chi turns into a small tsu, making it, yeah. Tsu, sh, su. I'm surprised those things don't get reduced into small things, but they often sounds very, very small anyways, even when you say it. Like, ichi, ich, right? Ich-sen, right? So, ich-sen. Kind of is, honestly, for at least personally as an English speaker, right? For my personal English, I like this is a more natural pace where you have like a space between those words, like ichi, shichi, tsuchi. If you put a space, it kind of feels nice. This is what? This is yeah, I know this is onyomi. Kasa the Kasatawa role will do onyomi. Alright. I know this. I don't understand why you're saying that. But okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I know that. Yeah, okay. Okay. It's, okay. Isen... Unless that stands for something else. Guess I can look. I don't think that stands for something else. Oh. Oh, that sound? A Satan wa roll will do sound? Oh, wait, sorry. Wrong language. That's fine, Churn. It's irrelevant to me right now. Whatever you're trying to say, it's irrelevant. It's a moot point. I already know what the reads are. And where they're coming from. So I'm not sure why you said that or what context that prompted you to say that. Home beam is changed the reading of the sound to sound better. Oh, okay. I'll remember. I'll try to remember that if they ever mention it. But that's fine. I probably won't end up remembering that term unless it's mentioned in WaniKani, but I call it a euphonic change usually, or reading better, which that's the whole point. I literally made that point, so that's fine. Pedantic, again. Let's see. So onyomi, because this is what was it again? What was the word I was looking for? It's a combination of two. Yeah, jukuko. Sword. Katana. Katana. Dirt. Two cheeses. Chi. Chi. It's a number, standalone, onyomi, so sen. And then I keep forgetting this term. Yukuko. Okay. Alright. Isen. I think we're fine. We got lots of vocabulary today. Or keep moving here. Chi. S. Oh. Let's just write. This will simplify things. Yoshi. Yes. Katana. Ten. All right. Next five. I think we have more than more than 15 today. Oh. Okay. Evening. Last night. Okay. Yube. Right? Yube. Probably. I spent all evening in bed last night. It was really chilled evening. Nice. Very nice. I spent all evening in bed last night. A really chill evening. Wow. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, you bet. When hiragana is attached, yeah, okurigana, you can usually assume that the kanji is going to be read using, yeah, kunyomi reading, which is exactly what's going on with this word as well. By learning the words kanji, you've also learned the reading for this word. Yes, you bet.
ゆうべ
You bet.
You bet. Okay. Got anything? Wine? Guitar. Oh. Oh. Opera. Oh no, opera. Opera. Interesting. Opera. Opera no yube. あ、月を見た? Let's see. ゆうべの what? Na o oi? Wait, what the heck? Wait. Ina. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, Dina. Holy heck. Dina. Oh my gosh. Dinner. Dina wa tamanegi. Oh yeah, there's the tama. Got at it. Tamanegi no kare deshita. 5月にワインのゆうべとねと you oh man you what the heck you evento or is that toy no this would be the quote marker for this you イベントがあります There oh called fair enough really weird seeing it that way but you know you gotta work somewhere childish child I'm not surprised kid yes noun suffix ko yes standalone so standalone kunyomi you see a child and walk up to him then you punched him in the face oh no how could you He flies through the air and he's knocked out. A ref nearby yells that it was a KO. That's a knockout. Why did I do that, Ko? Make sure you learn this reading pretty well too. Both readings for Shi and Ko are going to show up a lot, and this is how you're going to learn the Kunyomi one. A one punch KO, huh? KO. Alright. I'm not sure how I feel about punching a kid in the face. That's weird. That's it's very uncharacteristic. Kinda dark. Kawaii ko. Chisai ko. Ii ko. A good kid. Kinda reminds me like you're a good dog. Sonoライオンの子はね、シンバという。あなたは私の本当の子で、ないの。私の子、ビヨンセに似ていると思わない。Oh, yeah, resemble. Yes. Look similar. 思わない. Oh, that is interesting. 思わない? Oh, 私の子、ビヨンセに似ていると思わない? Jeez. Jeez. Okay. Anyways. Chisai. Chisai is a pass. Pass plus adjective. Ne? This kanji has hiragana attached to it, right? That means it's probably an adjective, and it is. So if you take the kanji, right, sho, and its meaning small, you can figure out the adjective version of it, which is the adjective version of small. Actually, it's the same thing, small. Okay, little, small, the adjective. All right, so chisai.
小さい
Chisai.
小さい
Chisai. Since this word consists of kanji with hiragana attached to it, then you're going to be using the kunyomi, right? Oh, you didn't learn that reading with this kanji, so here's what the chi portion is. What do you think of the word small? Try to think of this cheese. Man, what is up with this? What is up with ko and cheese? There's so much cheese. First, we make a cheesy tweet on the first day, and then we found 2 cheeses in the dirt. And now we are thinking about small cheeses in the shop. Try to think of this cheese store. You go inside and all these cheeses are so small. They hand you a magnifying glass to see all the cheeses. You look at them and exclaim, why are these cheeses so small? Profit. Middle, inside. Oh, yeah, naka. I wonder how they're going to get naka in. When the middle kanji is used as a word, it means inside. When you're in the middle of something, it means you're in that thing. Fair enough, actually. So naka.
中
Naka.
中
Naka. So this is made of singles. So we do kunyomi. There's a sound coming from inside the wall. It sounds like a knock noise. You break down the wall and there's some creepy dude standing inside. He is the naka. I like it. What does this remind me of with the naka? Oh, this might be a little bit hard to remember because it reminds me of talka. Tolka, right? Tolka, the talker. On the 10th for 10 day 10, the 10th day. Naka. I mean, that's okay. I don't necessarily have to remember the amount of the battle, I suppose. Naka kara, tete kuru. Oh, wait. Tete kuru. Come out from inside. Interesting. Naka kara kikoeru. Oh, kikoeru. That's fine. Kikoeru. Ageru. Yep. Yeah. Hayaku. Hayaku naka ni, hairo. Kono group. Oh my gosh. Group no naka ni, Reichiru wa imasu ka? Konnichiwa. Hey, it's been a while. How are you? Let's see. Kawa no naka kara bikini no bikini no no onna ga dajo. Onna ga dete kita. Dete kita. Okay. I'm not reading the English because as I'm reading this, you kind of already know what it says. Let's see. Naka? Rather. Fairly. Quite. Rather, fairly, quite. Interesting. You're fairly good. How have I been? I've been pretty well. I've been doing pretty well. I've been doing pretty well. We started our new project, so you know, we're working on those two projects. I just came back from the airport. It was like a 6 to 7 hour round trip. I had to pick up my mom from the airport. Okay, the noma symbol just repeats the kanji that comes before it. In other words, naka is the same as naka. Easy. So with naka, you have middle times 2, okay? So when something is more middle than middle itself, it's rather, fairly, or quite something. Why? I guess because those are all good middle level intensifiers. I like it. I quite like the way that goes about it. Middle intensifier. Naka can be used in positive or negative ways. I mean, it is a middle intensifier. In a positive way, it usually means something is better than expected. Yeah. So quite delicious. Yeah, naka oishii. But it's really versatile and could also mean a little, very, or completely on the situation. It's a moderate intensifier. Moderate intensifiers are ambiguous in nature. Or even, I don't think this is specifically unique to Japanese. It might even sound condescending. Yep. But be careful how you use it. In the negative sense, you can use it when something is more difficult than expected, like naka dekinai. Can't be done easily. Yeah. Oh, so that's naka. I keep hearing it, but don't know what it means. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I've heard this before. I should pay more attention. I'm not sure how often I've heard naka. Someone used naka in the chat. I don't remember who, but that's how I remembered it, or sort of knew what it meant. Someone used it in chat. I wasn't paying too much attention when I was watching Attack on Titan, so I have no idea. Naka, huh? Yeah, this is the all right. Well, that's not quite right. Oh, that's fairly okay. Yeah, I liked it. Naka naka. Not bad, but it can be negative. Yeah, it's kind of condescending. I like that it can't be done easily. This is a good example. Oof. This is a good example. If this can come off as negative sense, then I feel like I've channeled this already. I think in English sometimes, in my opinion, personally, in my opinion, not like probably not the internet's opinion, like people who are used to the internet, when people talk, they use moderate intensifiers, they tend to use it to negate a positive thing, and that becomes condescension. It can lead to a condescending voice. Like, for example, you know this game's hard, right? You know this game is rather hard, right? That can come off as condescending because you negate it. You were moderately negating something that might actually be desirable. Not that hard. It's not as bad when you say, you know, this game is rather hard. You could say something like, oh, yeah, this was rather easy. Right? When someone is like doing something, is like, oh, that's fairly easy. That could come off as condescending at some points. So that's pretty interesting. Now to find the difference between nakari, nakanaka, kekko, yeah, too many words that kek. The other one, kanari and kekko are the two Duolingo ones. I didn't get nakanaka at all in Duolingo yet, not yet. But kekko and kanari are the two that I so far have linked together in Duolingo. Whenever they come up, I have to remind myself of the other one because I'm not I'm not too sure. Funny. Very funny. Okay, so let's briefly review. Right. So yube. You spend all evening in bed. Yeah, you spend all evening in bed last night. It was quite a chill evening. I love this. This one was nice. Oh, this one's weird. You knocked out a kid. You randomly saw a kid and you knocked them out. I don't know about this one, Ko. Ko is a little weird on this one. Cheese site. Cheese. We gotta think of small cheeses. You know, if you're in the middle of something, you're in the inside of it. And then, what was a naka? Oh, knocker? Knock knock. How did that work? That sound's coming from inside the wall. Oh, that's kind of creepy too. Someone's the knocker is from inside the wall. Oh, that's a little creepy. And then naka naka. So middle. If we're doing middle times 2, then it's rather, fairly, or quite. I like rather. I'm a fan of rather. Fairly is nice, and quite is nice actually. Okay. Alright. Pass. You bet. Pass. Gotta be careful about that one. E-site. Small cheeses. Knockout. Cool. Oops. Rather. Knockout. What was it? Oh, the knocker within the wall. Creepy. Naka. Last night. Alright. 5 more. Yeah, it's all vocab today because we only have kanji, except for like one radical that I kind of screwed up. All of these are unlocking vocabulary because we only completed the kanji characters. So 5 Okay, that's a pass. The word is 5. It's standalone. So, and it's a number, so it's go. Go is numbers are exceptions. When they stand alone, we still use the onyomi, right?
5
5
So this is a pass. Smaho. Screen. Screen. We got inchi as well. All right. What do we have for cafeteria? Oh no! Did you go? Wait. How'd you do cafeteria? Furo no uchi no ichi. Ichi. Furo wa cafeteria. Oh, not even, didn't even get that. Interesting. Yube is evening, and I don't actually know the read on that. Is it using ki? No. Iya? No, that doesn't sound nice. I don't actually know what last night is. Like what the the other read for that character is. It's something yeah. Let's Saku. Oh, Sakuya. Interesting. Yeah, we haven't got I haven't gotten Saku the read Saku for that character yet. It's clearly last night, but based on the characters, but didn't get it yet. Interesting. Both pronounced as Yube? Really? That says Sakuya here. Maybe because it's out of context and that's why it's saying Sakuya. The second one is Yube? Interesting. Alright. Just checking. Oh, it is Yube. Interesting. Yube, huh? What if they're both the same? Sakuya is like if you read the word alone, so I think maybe use in a formal context because you only use Yube. That's fine. Again, pedantic. You're sharing information that I couldn't possibly know. But that's good. I wonder how they're connected. The Yube, the two Yubes. Well, here's an entry for Jisho. Yube is another form of Yube. Yube jikun meaning as reading or chikuji. Interesting. Note means okay. Yeah, I don't see a difference between them. The second one is less colloquial? Wait. Oh, it's less colloquial than Yube. I see. It's like Sakushi Jitsu. Sakujitsu and Ino and Konya Konnichiwa Kyo. Yeah, I know those things. But that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. It's just Yube. That's fine. You're being pedantic again. All right. That's enough investigation of something that will come later. Okay. After so go game o owatte Oh, really? Interesting. What the? Let's see. Yato. Yato. Wasu. Wasu. Oh my gosh, first. Fasto. Fasto. Score. が入った。Okay. Okay, so go is go is go. We're fine. Two of them put together. They're two numbers, so 5, 10, 50, right? And the read is Goshu. Goju. Sorry, Goju.
50
50
Which Goju.
50
Whoa, that's a Z for you.
50
50
Goju. That's interesting. Not like full Z. It's a modified J, but yes. Wow, that's some vibration right there.
50
50
Okay. Walk? Did you give me walk? Sample. Oh no. I don't see sample in here. Where's walk? Walkie. Walking. Walking. Oh my goodness. Walking. しなかった。しなかった。Oh gosh. Mama wa on the 8th. Oh. Yeah, 8日。8日に50、50になった。And she'll turn 50 on the 8th. Portland's Porto. Portland. Nando no. What? Oh, this is a read I have. So, Hakujin Jinko. Jinko wa Hakujin, man. White people? Uh-oh. Jinko wa Goju. Goju % よりもなんです。Wait, yeah, Anandis. Wow, that's kind of hard to read here. Interesting. Makes sense. So what is this? Pass? Everything's pass here? Is this a pass too? This is a convergence. Right? It's got... No, it's not. Is this our first one? I think this is our first one. So... Okay. So we get our Kunyomi read on 5. Yep. Meaning you didn't learn it. Here we go. Kunyomi. Yeah, 5 things. What do you have to do with them? You need to eat them. Oh my gosh. Eat them. Just imagine having 5 delicious things to eat. Sticking each on one finger of your hand and then eating them one after another, and make sure to count down from 5 while doing it. Itsuka.
5つ
I mean, Itsutsu. Sorry, not Itsuka. Itsutsu. I'm waiting for Itsuka. Is Itsuka here? Yeah, Itsuka's there.
5つ
Itsutsu. So, what could you put? What could you place on your fingers as eating food? Like, what could you stick your fingers in? Like those bugles? Bugles. I could see myself like bugling. No, that's kind of weird. That's fine. Itsu. Okay. We don't necessarily have to remember most of these, but oh, Itsu. Okay, fair enough. Itsu. Oh, now I can't unhear it. Sooner or later, all my common English words are going to turn into mnemonic traps. It's like, what did you have today? Well, I plan on itsuing some ramen, right? What did you itsu today? Okay, group points. Oh, Valentine's Day. Where's Valentine's Day at? It should be in the beginning. Valentine. Day. Oh, I saw Day for the first time in the title, Sakamoto Day. When I saw the marquee for like the type for the new anime, and that's airing right now. That's published by Netflix. I saw Day. Let's see. Divide. What's divide? Okay. 5つのグループに分かれましょう。Oh, divide. Oh, yeah, as in break up. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, 分かれる for... Makes sense. That's divide and break up. Okay. It's impossible to collect... Okay. Where's eyeball? Oh. It's eye and ball. Metama? Or... I mean, whenever ko includes a kanji that we already know, then it's one of the reads that we already know. And the only two reads I have is me and tama. So metama, that's kind of funny. Eyeball. What about impossible? Where's impossible at? There it is. Oh. 集めるなんて uh-oh. What, Muri? The heck? Muri. Oh, Muri. Oh, Muri desho. Oh, that's Muri. Oh. And then there's the collect. Oh, there, Iris. Speaking of eyes. Yeah, Muri. I've heard Muri before. That makes sense. Muri. It's written in katakana. Muri desho. It's impossible. Okay. Alright. Muri. You hear it a lot of times, especially on Attack on Titan. Yes. Okay. Anyways, oh, we haven't gotten to the end yet. So what was this? Oh, itsu. Oh, jeez, that's gonna last for a while. Onna noko. So onna onyomi, no, and ko is kunyomi. This word has two kanji with hiragana stuck in the middle. This hiragana is the particle no. This time it just means the noun. Yeah, with it. Onnanoko is a casual word for young girls. Like, okay, yeah, sometimes it's referred to. Sometimes it can also refer to adult women, but only playfully or affectionately, like a youthful, yes. Like a lady. Like a lady. Yeah, onnanoko. Since there's hiragana here, you can bet that these kanjis are kunyomi. Oh yeah, wait. Onna is kunyomi, I bet. And knockout, yeah. Onnanoko. So they're technically considered being modified by the one hiragana in the middle. Neat.
女の子
女の子
I was wondering if they collect like this type of phrasing. Neat. Onnanoko. So just remember that's the kunyomi, right? 5 sons. 5 days, yeah. Day 5, yep. And I guess this will be convergence unless on day 5 we eat something. Are we eating something on day 5? Words that count days is exception, yeah. Especially the first 10 days, even those jukoko, juko, keep saying jukoko, juko word, we still use onyomi. No, we don't use onyomi, I'm sorry. We use kun in this case instead of on. So itsu 5 cars on day 5. You have to eat 5 cars. That's now imagine yourself eating 5 cars. How did you manage to get past the first one? I'm impressed. What the please eat 5 cars. Really? Why couldn't it be like eat 5? What else starts with ka? Eat 5. Son of a bee sting. Oh man, you have to really rely on British English so hard. Like everything has a R in it. Oh no! Oh, like the thing that the words I'm thinking of, the food items I'm thinking of, has R after the A. Carrots. No, candy is. Yeah, you just gotta be British about it. All right, fine. We'll eat 5 cars for you, Heckin' Co. All right, so these are all the 5s, right? Let's make sure. So, this is a pass because it's onyomi. This is a pass because it's onyomi. This is kun. It's our first kun. So itsu, and which combines with eating 5 cars and eating 5 things. Did we get things that we would eat? No. And then onnanoko, which we use kun because it's in between. And we already learned ko, the kun for ko and onna. So that's just a reminder. And a small child, a woman child is a girl. All right, that's fine. Yeah, self-explanatory. Okay. Itsu. Oh, I'm not sure if you can type Arabic numbers into this. All right. Oh, no, there's no advance. Oh, I thought there was going to be more than 15. There was an advance button, but I guess the advance button is probably due to batching. Okay, so we got 15 new vocabulary. So I kind of rushed the ball on this one, and what did I write? Oh, I wrote muka instead of muika. Okay, so all our radicals are taken care of. We didn't really pause on anything. This was me rushing, so we'll cover that in a bit. So we didn't pause on anything. The vocabulary is fine. It's an extension. They're finishing up like the first 10 numbers, right? Actually, do we have all the numbers? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 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 Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we have all 10, at least the 10 numbers, right? And in which kanji are all the kanji numbers concluded? Yes. So we will not possibly have more counters. However, tomorrow we have a ton more vocabulary. And tomorrow we're going to level up too. So tomorrow is going to be a really long day. Oh no. Will I have time to do some Chinese Duolingo review tomorrow? Because we're going to level up tomorrow. That means we're going to have... I don't know how many radicals are for tomorrow. I don't want to... I'm not going to look. You can look in here how many radicals, but tomorrow is going to be a really long day. So what is tomorrow? Your holiday starts today, by the way, for 1 month. Oh, right. What are you going to do? Did I already ask you what you were going to do for your holiday turn? All right. Meanwhile, I am gonna review. So we're gonna do our last routine, right? This is our final routine that we do very often now. Our final routine that we solidified. Oh, that's an example. So we're gonna do English. So we're gonna do English mnemonic. Or just English. I don't know what this is going to be called. We're going to say English shortcut, right? English shortcut for the radical side of things. Okay, here we go. Water, dirt, sword, Norwal, street, legs, head, treasure, 1,000, evening, child, small, bow, flag, hair, 5, heaven, hand, writing, moon, stop, leaf, fire, dog, king, middle, book, rice paddy, white, eye, stand, cow, private, right? 2 more weeks is CNY, and my holiday is do school projects and learn Japanese. Oh, okay, that's fairly reasonable. What do you mean by C? Oh yeah, it is Chinese New Year. Man, you use abbreviations where I'm not used to. Yeah, that lunar. That's right. Lunar New Year's is 2 weeks from now. I should do something for Lunar New Year's. Probably. I'm not sure my sister's gonna be home for New Year's. You call it CNY? It makes sense. I say Lunar New Year's because Japanese also celebrates Lunar Festival. Right, and then also there's the whole issue about me not being Chinese, or maybe I'm Chinese situation. So I call it Lunar New Year's because there are multiple places that celebrate the Lunar New Year's. It's the habit that I've gotten into. The Lunar Festival. Let's see. And also because in the United States, Chinese people, quote unquote American Chinese people, also celebrate New Year's. So they're both kind of, there's one New Year's and then there's the other New Year. So the solar New Year and the lunar New Year. It can get a little confusing. Let's see. Kanji. A different perspective, obviously, different perspective. Living in a country where you might have different New Years. Let's see. Kanji. What do we do for kanji rotation? We decided to go over the onyomi first. So let's do the onyomi. To. Go. Sen. Yu. Shi. Shou. Chou. Maru. Sai. Chu. Go. Roku. En. Hen. He. He. Bun or mon. Bun, mon. Son of a bee sting. I guess we go with Nichi and Jitsu. Nichi, Jitsu. Getsu Gatsu. Getsu Gatsu. Moku. Moku. Sui. Ka. Inu. Te is, oh, you're right. That's the wrong read on that then. Yeah, that's the wrong read on that then. So I don't have a read on kunyomi. I don't have a read on on yet. That's a good point. The word is pedantic. The word is pedantic, not pathetic. I actually don't even know how to spell it. I do know how to spell it. The word is pedantic. And again, you're using information that you're basically using information that WaniKani has not covered yet. So it's again being pedantic. This is the word. You're explaining things that I either don't know yet, or this stating that this was kun is helpful because I wouldn't have checked. Although I would have found out once they introduce on. So pedantic again. This is overcorrecting, right? Overcorrecting and also introducing information that I will otherwise know later on, right? Yes, you're right. It's extremely distracting and breaking the flow of thought. Excessively concerned with minor details or rules, over scrupulous. Yeah. Pedantic. That's the word. It's usually used in a negative sense, for a lot of people, but I use it as a way to illustrate that sometimes it's okay not to know everything exactly as they are, because they will rectify themselves in due time. Someone who annoys others by correcting small errors, caring too much about minor details, or emphasizing their own expert, especially in some narrow or boring subject matter. Did it really say boring? Wait, does it have to be a boring subject matter? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't consider being pedantic have to be boring. Interesting. Because I can be pedantic as well. Like right now I could engage in a long discussion about how overcorrecting can distract or make someone think in a way that they don't naturally think. So it could be disruptive more than it can be helpful, right? So that would be pedantic. I don't think it has to be boring. Yeah, I don't think it has to be boring. I think people who are pedantic is usually because it's super interesting to them. Or it's something that's important to them. I think that's a weird way of saying pedantic, but you're being pedantic because you think it's super important. And I'm assuring you that it's not to me. Right. Just making clear that it's not very important to me if not all of these are onyomi. However, the idea is that when they introduce these red things, these red color code, it's usually the on first. And in this unit, in these levels, they're using red, then to introduce purple, which is kun. However, they're using on for rules exceptions to kun. So they're giving you examples of when to use kun and when to use on. So if this isn't on, and when they put it into a word, which they haven't yet, they will tell me it's a kun, and then I will know that, oh, right, it's not. But for the record, now that it's completely disrupted and derailed, I will keep in mind that te is kun. So we'll make this exception here. It's kind of like this when I say it's a one-word English reminder. Technically, rice patty is 2 English words. So it's 2 words here, but all the other ones are 1. In the future, they might not all be 1 English word. So whether it's kun or on, fair enough. So I guess you'll end up telling me when I'm going to hit another kun word, but we'll see. All right. And then, we'll talk about it again. This is from Cambridge. Giving too much attention to formal rules or small details. That's good enough. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much how that works. Yep. Let's see. Where was I? So oh shitsu. Shitsu you shi sa on se shou ama a haku me I found another one. I'm like Now that you're being hyper attentive without that, I could have sworn me was a kun as well. Largely because of Duolingo. And this is kun. I had suspicions this was kun already because whatever I'm familiar with in Duo tend to be kunyomi first. But this is kun as well. We did not get introduced to the onyomi yet. Which apparently is MAKU. See? No problems. Eventually, it'll work itself out. Okay. And both Ritsu and this is not okay, and then we have to be even more pedantic here, right, just in case. This is actually not a reed. It's just referred to as Noma because it looks like a Noma. But this is special, actually, not neither Un nor Kun. This is special. Yep. And then what else was I going to do with this? I don't think I was going to do anything else. Actually, I'm not sure if this was... Okay, it is. Okay. And then we cover our vocabulary. So we were too quick on this. It was... Muy bien car, right? Moika. And I wrote muka instead, right? If I did mu instead, we're going to moi. It's gotta be a little bit more vigilant. This would be muy bien car. Guess we might as well check now. Oh, wait, can I fast forward? I can fast forward. Unfortunately, it doesn't read very quickly. Oh, I broke the thing. No. This won't. It'll take too long. Oh no, I broke the script. I broke WaniKani. Okay, you can't do it that way. How about, can we do it this way? Oh, I think it's just broken now. Maybe I can close it and then... Oops. Can't do it that way. We can't sieve through it very quickly that way. Well, we'll check a different way in the future. Actually, maybe we can check it this way. Is there a pop-up? No, there's no pop-up. Yeah, so Tama. I was worried about Tama. So Tama is kunyomi as well. Hoang is not. She is, right? She and Su. Maru is kun, right? Sei is not. Sei and Sho. Do is not. Inu is kun. Yu is kun. So there are a lot of kuns here. So what do we have? So I guess we're just gonna stick to read, and I don't really I'm just not going to care about kun or on, but I'll wait till vocabulary to care about kun or on. So tama sounds like a kun, right? So it was. These don't. Maru sounds like a kun, right? Se don't. Inu does, right? Inu. You does. Wait, I think you does. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it. So from now on, I'm just gonna write read because I don't want to deal with this. We're just gonna say whatever reads we have for these characters for the time being, and then we'll remember the rule that we're applying for the vocabulary words. Largely because you raised a point about it. So yeah. And in the future, we'll try to separate all the owns and kuns on our own. So if I had to guess, right? If I had to guess, own right now, let's see. Own. No, this is beyond the scope. I don't want to. Well, we'll do this another time. This is beyond the scope. I do want to check one. This should be labeled. Oh no, it's labeled as kun. Oh, maybe because it's unique to Japanese. That makes sense. Yeah, that doesn't work. This is kun. Makes sense. It's kun. Actually, half of these is probably kun. So, kun, kun. Yeah, we're just gonna do this now, actually. Let's just do this now. It's a good time. What time is it? 11:14. Okay, so this is on good. That's on too. Okay. There's no way to go back very easily, is there? Besides the back button. Okay. So on probably on actually we better check on wait, actually yes. There's no great way of doing this. What is the shortcut for going back? Does anyone know? On the Chrome browser. Oh no, it's a function key. It probably is a function key. So let's check these out now. Too much spacing. I'm pretty sure all of these are on. Okay. Oh, no. Awa is not. I forgot. Awa. Because I know it. Okay. Yep. Those are numbers. All the numbers were ons. Yep. Okay. So then we have Tama. On was fine. Shi. Right. So we're gonna cluster these together now, so then it doesn't become a point, a pedantic point in the future. So you knew. You. It was fine. Me is kun. Is fine. Bo is fine. She is fine. N is fine because of Tian. O is fine. Sa is fine. Basically all the reads that I don't know is fine. This is fine. Alright, Chu is fine. Getsu is fine. Getsu and Gatsu. We're gonna include this. Is fine. Ta is actually kunyomi. Interesting. U is fine. Small is fine. Number Ritsu is fine. Cho is fine. Nichi is fine. Ritsu. Bo is fine. Sai is fine. Sen is fine. Moku is fine. Water is fine. Right, Sui. Aku is fine. Writing, Bun and Mon is fine. We know those. And is fine. So we have 3, 6, 3, 6, 8. Have I played Entama? Is that how you write that game? Oh, no, wait. Entama. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Is there a Rendaku there? Is it kendama? It's probably a rendaku. Oh, those things? No. I haven't ever. Oh, no, once in a while. Once in a while. Pedantic, Churn. Pedantic. I know. You could have just said kendama. I know what a rendaku is. Yeah. Again, you're being incredibly pedantic. Makes sense. The ken. Now I know why it's called kendama. Because it's a handle on a ball. It's so hard to play kendama. Physics. Physics. That's all I can say about that. I don't want to say anymore, but physics. Surprisingly. I thought you were referring to... katamari. So, I thought you might have been referring to katamari tamashi, which I know, I mean, it wasn't because I remember what the title was, the title in Japanese. Anyways, so we have, let's see, we have, ooh, it's something to take track of, I guess. 53 characters. And out of the 53, we have, what was it, 8? 3, 6, 8. 8. So we have 45 owns characters only so far, and 8 kuns. However, we actually have more than 45 reads. Let me see. Let's go through these, right? So now that's fine. That's enough review for today. So can I make out the kuns immediately, right? So kuns, kawa, ama, inu, yu, me, we're also including noma, te, ha. Got it? No, I'm missing one. No, that's it. Just kidding. That's it. How does the level work in Kunyomi, by the way? It levels just work on the basis of progression. That's all. How do they work in terms of introduction? One of them is introducing Onyomi first, preferentially before Kun. And it looks like they're doing counters first to learn numbers, but they're usually using radicals. So they started with radicals that are basic radicals and use kanji characters that are either those radicals as well. So anything that is grouped, it's based on the complex, it's probably based on the kanji themselves. So it's not a curriculum based thing. These are the radicals. They start with simplified radicals, like the radicals that are very noteworthy, and these radicals translate to kanji. And when they translate to kanji, they also pick vocabulary words that are the kanji themselves. So most of the radicals, or most of the kanji, translates directly towards the vocabulary. That's how they're starting level 1s, level 2, level 3s. Other than that, the levels only mean what is being unlocked and what isn't. So each level has radicals associated with it, and kanji associated with it. And it looks like it goes... the radicals start getting lower, yes, as they're going higher, because you'll exhaust most of the radicals. So they basically, I guess, spaced out the radicals enough that it lines up with the kanji, and the kanji are separate from the vocabulary. Even if the vocabulary is the same as the kanji, is listed as a kanji. Level 60? Yeah, well, this is SRS. You probably done actually I think Anki's SRS is more I think you go over it more than WaniKani's. And I think the average level right now is since tomorrow I'm gonna be level 3. Right now it looks like it's on an average of 9 days. 9 to 10 days per level. Yeah, 9 to 10 days per level. What is SRS? Anki. But SRS stands for spaced repetition system. Actually, don't quote me on the last one. I think it's called I think the last one is system, but it might be something else. That's what Anki is based on, I guess. Anki is, a proprietary name, and then WaniKani is a proprietary name, but they're forms of SRS. This is kind of based. This is very much more like a modified Anki experience. So if you're already using Anki and you have great success with it, your experience will be relatively the same. So how'd you learn, for example, like how'd you learn that te was kun? How'd you learn it is probably also the way I'm going to end up learning what are kuns and what are ons. But since we're already at this crossroad, right, and you pointed it out, I'm probably just going to note the kun and on from now on through this. So what is missing here, though, is what I don't quite like about WaniKani's layout is that it only represents the level that you are currently on. So you're hoping, the hope is that when you clear these, which is 5 consecutive days, minimum 5 consecutive days, as in you get 5 in a row consecutively would be the quickest way you clear these guys. You no longer get to see these. They'll come back a little bit later. So the next time level 1 stuff comes back, it looks like it's Tuesday. Because Tuesday is double the volume in review. So I'm guessing it's a week. It looks like it's about a week. So after you clear something, after you clear these, they kind of come back after a week for refresh. Actually, I did see some of the previous ones come back already. So level 1's one earlier. So it, spaces out. Right. Yeah, it forecasts when your review is going to be up. So on Tuesday, there's going to be 50 extra, right? And the volume usually stays around 70-ish, 50 to 70-ish right now. And it'll slowly climb because the passive volume is increasing. However, every so often, you're going to have to go over the ones that you already passed from a previous level. So this is probably the last 50 from level 1. How many elements are there? 25, 43, and maybe like some vocabulary, but I'm pretty sure the additional 50-ish is coming back from the level 1. So then you can see that it's staggered that way. So when these get pushed, these are probably going to get pushed again, pushed even further. But if you get them wrong, they get downgraded. So at some point, you're reaching to the burn state, which is here, which I have no idea what the period is. To get here, it's after a consecutive week. So the very first level is whenever it's introduced. So at every new level, which is tomorrow, by the way, which is absurd. It's going to be big. So tomorrow, we're going to get a whole new set of radicals and a whole new set of kanji, but the kanji will be locked. The kanji will be locked. Without the radicals, the kanji is not unlocked. And then burn is, eventually when it recurs, you're just going to keep moving your objects to the right. And that's the system anyways. Anki also has this thing which is like a mature, yeah, that's what I mean by burn. When you said, hooray, you're at 1000 mature, right? That's burned right here. For what I would consider WaniKani's like equivalent, obviously these words are superficial, right? Like they're dependent on whoever is making the system. But these are going to be the ones that you won't see. So like we have 58, 33, and 47 that are going to float longer than the 20 and 28 that we have now. So we have roughly around 50 that I expect to see on a more regular basis. And as these things move forward, more things are going to enter this here. So tomorrow we're going to level up. And this part is going to explode. It's going to explode with, I don't know, let's just check it out anyways. Level 3. So we'll have what? 24 items tomorrow, 24 additional items, right? And then any kanji that relies on a previous radical. So there's 30 here, right? There's 30, so another 50-ish. And if we can construct any of these characters with the radicals we already know or radicals that we passed, then they will show up. At least that's what I think. And so far, if I look at all these, we cannot construct... I see a few. Well, I see... Yes, I see a few. So some of these are going to be unlocked. Like, few, for example. Few, we already have the 2 radicals that make up few. So that's probably going to start as unlocked. Probably. So that's kind of how they do it. So they introduce radicals at each level. And you have to clear the radicals. And it opens and unlocks a character, a kanji character, that involves those radicals. And then those radicals have to be these kanji have to be unlocked in order to introduce vocabulary that includes those characters. And that's kind of the way they go about it. And you can see that tomorrow's gonna be insane because there's still 42 vocabulary words that are still locked with... Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a long day, so maybe I won't do a Duolingo Chinese review now that I think about it, since I can kind of see what's going on. I guess we'll see. Yeah, they try to organize it from the most they try to organize it as I guess the word, I don't like using this word, however I can't think of a better word at the moment, the most natural order of building up something. Hanzahiro does the same thing, only a little differently. Like same but different, right? So for you, you like Anki better because I'm a Chinese and I already know the base already, so I just need vocab and grammar. Everyone has their own way of studying. That I'm we're not gonna I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and then we're not gonna discuss about it until a later day. But everyone has their own way of studying. It's not an excuse for not knowing how other people study. Also, it's irrelevant if you know Chinese or not. The foundations are foundations, in my opinion. So it's kind of like saying I don't practice English because I'm American. I practice English and I continue to practice English and in many different ways because I need to practice English. So when you say you're Chinese and Anki is better, Anki doesn't practice basics or foundations, so your basics and foundations don't get practiced. That's those are the facts. That's not like vocab and grammar is not the same as practicing basics. So if you don't practice basics, then you don't practice basics. You need vocabulary and grammar. That's perfectly fine. It's not entirely like those aren't the same things, right? Everyone has their own way of studying. Doesn't mean that you don't study certain ways. It's very difficult for me to process that. Other than you're saying everyone has their own way of studying as a way to be fair to everyone, but all I hear is someone who only stick to their own ways and rather not talk about or take into consideration how other people think. That's perfectly fine. That's kind of like you not understanding that there's no pressure to always overcorrect to learn something, right? You say everyone has their own way of studying, yet you impose the way you study indirectly all the time. In order for you to understand how everyone else studies, is to consider how they study. That's probably my only comment about that. It's understandable that you like Anki better. I understand that. It strikes to me that every time something comes up, you like the thing that you first found that's good to be better. That's perfectly understandable. I'm not here to convince you that WaniKani is better or not, right? And I'm gonna tell you now, even though I'm studying with WaniKani, it doesn't mean that I can't study with Anki and still think it's better. So not everyone don't have their own way of studying. People have different combinations of ways of studying, and it could include the way you study or not. So you don't have to be exclusive. Like, I don't study differently from you. That's not what I'm insisting, right? At least I don't consider you studying with Anki and very fundamentally different from how I'm using WaniKani. You happen to like Anki better, right? The people who made WaniKani probably don't agree. And for the record, the people who make Hanzahiro doesn't like Anki. So I still would consider there's a big overlap between Anki and Hanzahiro and WaniKani. However, the reason why I chose to use WaniKani, for example, at the end of the day, we achieved the same goal, I guess, to study Japanese. Sorry, um yeah, I don't want to be pedantic right now. like we do not have the same goals, so it's kind of difficult to express that. Studying Japanese is a thing that we both do. Yes. My goal is not to necessarily focus on studying Japanese. Like, it's more than studying on Japanese, but it is true. We both have a goal that overlaps that involves studying Japanese. At the end of the day, though, my primary goal is not studying Japanese. It's learning how to learn, right? So the ultimate goal for me includes studying Japanese. Not my goals include what your goals are, but I have more goals than that. I don't want to, like, for example, my goal is not to be perfect, right? Or get everything right on the first try. I think other people's goals are that way, so it can be a little bit a different thing, right? Those are differing things, right? And now I'm the one being pedantic now, so we'll call it, or at least I'll say this makes us even, I suppose, for the day. Yes. You know a lot of things about the little details, right? About the little details of Japanese. And I believe that I have a focus that isn't on Japanese only. I have a focus on comparing what Anki does as a study material and WaniKani does as a study material, and Hanzahiro. I'm more concerned about how I interact with the learning process because I'm not solely focused on the goal of studying Japanese, for example. Anyways, maybe more on that in the future. And you can continue to entertain me with your urges to give me other knowledge. But we've addressed this problem. So in the future, in my routine, I'm gonna distinguish between on and kun as I'm going. So there won't be any pedanticness here. So I'm gonna end up consciously keeping track of on and kun from now on, which I'll probably solve that problem. However, it'd be very difficult for me to communicate how saying Anki is better because you're Chinese and you already know the basics already, giving you the free reign that you don't need to practice basics in order while you're continuing to learn vocabulary and grammar, is something that would be a much more my interest. Like, I don't see how someone could think that just because you know basics, that's what makes another tool better than another tool. I imagine Anki still teaches you basics if you download like a basic deck or something. I imagine someone made like a radical deck in Anki somewhere. I think Anki is better because you choose what to learn. You choose what's important to you. WaniKani chooses for me. So that is very, very different, right? I like WaniKani because someone is challenging me to learn something a certain way. I didn't immediately say, oh, I used Duolingo for 300 days, so I already know all this stuff. So there's no reason I like Duo better because I don't need to learn what WaniKani is telling me. Right? So to me, for example, I disagree with you on how you got to the conclusion that Anki is better because you already know all the basics. The way someone says they know already the basics, and that's the reason why something is better to me, like I'm gonna clarify it on this topic. it means whatever's your first is better. Largely because if you only think you need to learn this once, then it's whatever you started with. Then every other thing is not better because they might go over basics again. So Anki is a great place to start, or a great place to continue, I guess. The word is great place to continue. And I'm going to put it in quotes because being Chinese is not necessarily the same as being Japanese. But since you believe that you don't need basics anymore, you use Anki to continue. And I agree. Anki is a great place to continue because you get to choose what you think you know. And I want to be clear on this. I kind of know this already. Actually, I know a lot of this. So why am I doing this, right? I'm doing this because I'm learning how other people are learning. So when you say we both reached the goal of studying Japanese, that's true. I agree. The part that might not be very clear is that this is my secondary goal. If my primary goal was to study Japanese, I wouldn't start using WaniKani again, or like I wouldn't learn all the radicals that I already developed mnemonics for myself, and all the characters that I've seen before, and waiting to see the occasional character, right? The occasional character like this, and maybe this, and that's about it. Occasional character like this and this, that I'm not familiar with. So this is me practicing my basics after I already know the basics. Is like the basics is elementary school and middle school and high school, and you can advance your major in university. Hot take. What you learn, let's say you learn biology basics in high school. When you go to university, do you think you're going to learn these basics again? We're going to go a little bit higher because unless you're talking about, we can use language as a basis. So let's say language. You learn elementary school, right? You learned your English basics, for example, in elementary school. So when you go to middle school, you never study these again. Is that what you're saying? I disagree. Studying is learning and practicing. So in terms of language, you're always using elementary, and you're always going to continue using what you learn in middle school, and you're always going to continue using what you learn in high school, right? Now the question is, I think you're like, I'm going to be fair to you. I think when you say you don't need, it means you don't need to learn these anymore. And that's perfectly understandable. I totally understand that you don't need to learn these things again. It's different from practicing these things. So if we were talking about something else, like an adult thing, right? Like not your primary language or anything like that. Let's just say biology in high school. For me, the first thing I learned in university is how all of these things are not what they seem. So in a university, you actually learn high school biology again, only they're not the same anymore. So WaniKani to me has been refreshing because now I get to learn all these radicals differently again. And then someone's gonna say, someone who's studying Japanese, or let's say for fluency or for completion, right? For completion, I would totally understand that this would be a waste of time. It would definitely be a waste of time. Is someone whose goal is to, when I hear you say studying Japanese, you mean to complete, to gain new knowledge, but knowledge in the sense of Japanese completion. And this is where we differ. I'm not actually gaining new characters here. I actually haven't gained any new characters yet, or new vocabulary yet in the last 18 days. I've gained something else that deals with studying, something that deals with studying Japanese. Same, but different. I really like the Japanese, like the comedy duo Japanese guy. Same, but different. Like maybe even less same, more different. And this has everything to do with people have their own way of studying. You say this in order to not, in my opinion, you say this as a way to not be concerned with other people. As in, to me, when you say everyone has their own way of saying studying, is everyone has their own way of studying, but it's not mine. So I don't have to worry about it. And that's perfectly fine. When I say, in my opinion, people have their own way of studying, like what? Like how? And that's what I'm doing here. Lots of people use WaniKani, so I want to know. Anki is very different because Anki is where people are much more segregated, right? They get to choose what they want to do. So if someone cared about the way I'm studying, or they care about the way people study, then I'm more likely to be interested in the way they study, right? WaniKani, though, chooses for you. So whoever uses WaniKani, now hear me out here. There is a grain of salt here. So here's a grain of salt. The Anki Bros, I'm gonna call them Anki Bros. Anki Bros have also voiced their concern of WaniKani. WaniKani's thing lacks features, so it clearly lacks features. And it clearly lacks like FSRS, for example. So what the Anki Bros did is they mod WaniKani. And that's a big talk that's actually the topic I was going to talk about today. There was a thread recently, and it raised a lot of naysaying. And what they do is they write a lot of scripts for WaniKani. So people are actually not learning the way I'm using WaniKani. They are actually using a modded version of WaniKani, which has very much to do with Anki. So that's perfectly fine. So for the record, this is not like elementary school, middle school, and high school, or advanced at university. Anki is choose your own. You don't have to learn things you don't want to. You don't want to learn things that you don't think you need. In school, you have to. And my background, not your background, but my personal background is I am a product of formal education. I learned things that were once boring to me that are incredibly interesting to me now. When someone tells me to learn something and I'm not good at it or learn that way, I learn how to be good at it, or I try very, very hard to learn it. So when you're comparing formal education to self-study, that's quite, it's like a different stratosphere of obligation. So Anki works better because you get to skip all the things you don't think you need to practice anymore or learn. And the very interesting part about WaniKani is that they're getting me to learn the way they think you should learn. And that's like going to school, right? If you hate school, you don't like school because school is boring, because there are lots of things that you're not interested in, and then you only remember the things you're interested in, then going to university is going to be a very problematic thing. Alternatively, you can not go to university, pave your own way, learn through self-study, and become a successful person as well. However, formal education is just that. It's often that you have to learn something. And they're probably going to try to tell you how to learn or insist on how to learn. And problem solving that is what I like. This is my favorite part. I like that. That's how I grow as a person. So when you say this is Kun, is something that made me notice, oh yeah, there's a problem here, right? There's a problem here. I can't easily see what's a Kun and what's an own. So what do I have to do? I'm going to have to do extra work. Extra work. Now, someone who's on Anki might suggest, well, you won't have this problem if you use this better product. Maybe. I'm actually making this up, right? Let's just say Anki has a much feature-rich way of telling you what is an own and what is a kun. And you're saying maybe like someone else, let's just say someone else, a hypothetical someone else comes on and says, oh, I learned what are onyomis and kunyomis through Anki. That's why Anki is better. It's like, well, I will eventually learn kun and on at some point, possibly, or I don't at all. That is going to be one of the pros and cons of studying this way for myself, not for anyone else, but for myself. So, is that important? Is that informative? Well, yes. It means I have to do the extra work. And what does that extra work mean? Well, I have to try harder, right? So the question is this better for me or not? Well, oftentimes for me, I don't usually think about this stuff. So that's a clickbait. Sorry, my bad. I don't usually think about things that are better or not. I usually think about what you said. What is need or sufficient? And Yeah, I probably think Anki is definitely better for you. Um, I don't think the results are going to be similar, in my opinion, between Anki and WaniKani, because if I use Anki, maybe someone comes by and say, you know, WaniKani does all of this and does it in this way. I'm like, oh, that's really neat. Looks like my Anki deck doesn't do this. So the question is then I would be telling that WaniKani person the same thing. Like, you know, I'm using Anki right now. That's a very good point that you made. I'll see if I eventually learn that using my Anki deck, right? Because I am interested in knowing how other people learn in case what I'm learning, I can use whatever they have to my benefit. Um, as a digression into why I have a concern when when I am around people who brush things off as though they don't ever need to practice anymore. In conclusion, I just choose to use Anki because I can choose what I want to do, which is to progress Japanese through vocabulary. Yeah, it sounds like it. That's hopefully you continue to do that as your goal. My goal, and you use WaniKani because you want to learn how people learn Japanese too? Yes, I do. And on top of it, the the main point of learning for me is to learn how other people learn. So, um, or learn different ways of learning things. And I think the rest can happen at any time. So I'm not really I think the key word here when you're saying is you're saying progress. Progress Japanese. I see this as progress for my own use case because I want to be able to teach and advise people. If I only learn one way to progress Japanese, then you can only help people in this one way. You're like, that's the only way you'll be able to suggest something. So when someone asks you, hey, what are your suggestions where I could start? And immediately, you know, I would say more than 50% of people will say, oh, well, you got to have Anki in there in some way, shape, or form because that will take care of your SRS. And my answer would be lots of things because, Anki isn't the only source, right? You could try multiple things, and that's from experience. You could also do the internet thing and say, you can Google it and then give the person a list and then say, I have no experience with most of them, right? That's a very reasonable way to go about it, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's probably a good place to end for WaniKani. So this is what I'm doing, by the way, in case you wanted to know. I will answer this question many more times down the road. What my thoughts are on WaniKani, right? What my thoughts are on WaniKani, and then what my thoughts are on Duolingo. My thoughts are one of the major motivations for Duolingo and WaniKani is lots of people use Duolingo, lots of people use WaniKani, and I would argue that actually there are probably more people that use Anki for Japanese than WaniKani. However, Anki is decentralized. So that phrase that you said, these are not normalized people. I mean, you could argue that, I don't know, the 2K deck whatever that 2K deck that everyone keeps referring to, might be a bigger percentage than WaniKani itself. However, WaniKani aims to also hit this 2K. So you could make an argument that everyone that WaniKani uses WaniKani is close to doing the same thing. I'm not sure about Anki. It's hard to track this. So like, for example, when I say I am level 2, someone will know when I'm level 2. You could argue that on the Anki side of things, you could say the name of the deck. And then you can say you're at 1000 mature, right? Which is what you shared with me the other day. And whoever is using the same deck and has a mature number, you can probably talk to them and share ideas because that immediately makes you relatable, right? And that's probably one of the things that I would emphasize why it can get you to relate to people. And then, you know, you can have friends and people you would share ideas with. Ultimately, when you try to make yourself sound different, in my opinion, make yourself sound different, largely it makes you less relatable. So I want to also highlight this in case you're wondering. If you're fine with wanting to be special, I suppose, wanting to be special, then it is okay in my book to make it sound like you're less relatable and, you know, everyone has their own ways. People highly recommend the 2K tech because it's the 2K. Yeah, I know. Yes, it's the common use kanji. Yes, used in daily conversation. Yes, yes. I know. I know why it's the 2K deck. It's hard for me to communicate the type of comment you make. You talk to people. You talk to people like they don't understand Japanese, like they don't know Japanese. So I'm not sure if that's your intent or not, but yes, it's the 2K, like the 2 common deck thing, and it's highly recommended. It's highly recommended. That deck is highly recommended, but you know where there is also 2K plus textbooks? Probably WaniKani. Probably Satori Reader. Probably Boom Pro. You know, there are other sources for the 2K plus. So you don't have to use Anki to know what the 2K plus is. Right. That's the driving point that I'm making. It's difficult to explain or encourage someone to understand that other people learn differently and come to the same information eventually if you're very, very focused on just the way you learn most of the time. Anyways, that's me being pedantic. We'll probably have this discussion much later. Anyways, we're done with this. So the thing I'm gonna add now is probably I'm gonna write O and K and sometimes N if there's a nada. If there's a nada for reads. And that's where we started, right? The conversation is where we started, where some of these are obviously kunyomi. Exactly 6 of these are kunyomi, so they're not all onyomi, and that's where our conversation starts. So we'll make sure we know how to distinguish between kun and on from now on. It's a good challenge. It's also very hard because there's no pop-ups or anything. Anyways, good talk. Good talk. So, we got to get to our Hanzi Hero. Oh, I was gonna try to get to Hanzi Hero before midnight. Okay. Not too much home to write. Not too much to write about, other than my one mistake from today. Right, my one mistake from today, which was rushing Moika. Rushing Moika. And that's about it. Alright, folks. I hope I didn't come off as nah, I just gotta apologize in advance. I think I'm doing the same exact thing that I'm accusing you of doing earlier, and I can very much relate, right? I can very much relate, where you have an urge, the urge to add your 2 cents to things. So for me, it's about learning, and whenever someone states something that I might have commentary on, I also have a habit of over explaining things too. So that's, I think in that way we both can definitely empathize that urge to want to clarify things. And with that, I hope everyone else can engage in these things without feeling like you want to walk away from the discussion, right? So thank you again, Chern, for offering to stay on and speak your mind, because I would not have the opportunity to practice what I would say to something like that. And with that, yeah, that's the end of our WaniKani session. If you're gonna watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu, right? As always, stay safe and stay healthy for all the Japanese language learners out there, right? Those who are only interested in WaniKani and Japanese. I'll be back tomorrow. I think we're going to try to do all the lessons tomorrow. I have a feeling it's like 200 things tomorrow. Yeah, there's gonna be like 200 things tomorrow, at least. So 4 times the volume. So strap in. Right, tomorrow's gonna be an exciting day. We'll try to have some laughs and whatnot. I'm gonna get up, walk around, stretch, hydrate a little bit, and I'll be back with my Hanzi Hero session. Thank you.